Hey guys, what we're going to be creating now is a Mad Libs type word game. It's going to allow users to input their name, a noun, a verb, and then submit it, and then what will happen is a random sentence will be formed with their name, the noun, and the verb into it. Kind of like what you do with Mad Libs with a friend. All computer based, all a nice little flash game. And to start out, all you need to do is create a new Flash CS3 document, FLA. I went ahead and named mine Word Game, and then after you've created it, go ahead and add components to the stage. You'll need a couple of components. What we'll be doing is we'll be doing everything in Actionscript, but we need to do a couple of things to set this up to make it a little bit easier. So if you don't have components, you can go up to Window and then add the components from there. However, for right now, we'll need to drag a button class and a text area to the stage. I've already done that, but I'll show you basically what you do. Just drag a button, delete it, that adds it to your library. Once it's in the library, we can work with it with our Actionscript class that we're going to build, and you should be good. So go ahead and also do that with text area, and then you will have button and text area in your library. Don't worry about UI scroller, you won't need that. Then what you want to do is create a new file, create a new Actionscript file. I'm going to hit cancel because I already have it up here. Alright, and then what you'll want to do is just go ahead and save this in the same place, or in the same file directory, same folder as your word game FLA, and start it with a capital letter. The easiest way to do it, because we're only going to have one document and it is our main document, is main.as. Make sure the M on main is capital, and then I will walk you through building this class. So you'll notice that I have a couple of things here, and that is, first of all, package. When you work with classes, it's important to just package, do package, open bracket, and then you see the end bracket to end the package. Everything is going to be within your package. Then what we have to do is import all the things that we're going to be using in Actionscript. So this whole class, everything that gets added to the stage, everything will be displayed from this Actionscript. So if you went ahead and deleted everything off the stage like you should have, and then opened this up, you should have a blank stage if you try and play your FLA and everything. So go ahead and import these classes. That's import fl.controls.button, import flcontrols.textArea, import flash.events.mouseEvent, import flash.display.sprite, import flash.text.textField, import flash.text.textFieldType, import flash.text.textFormat. Okay, what these do real quick is the fl.controls button that allows us to add a button to the stage using Actionscript. Text area, same thing. Mouse event, that's going to allow us to respond to mouse events, so when they click submit after they've entered their name, the noun, and the verb, it'll allow it to respond to that mouse event for the submit button. Import flash.display.sprite, that one's really important as well, because what we'll do is we'll extend the sprite class. It allows us to take all the functionality of a sprite class, extend it into our own class, our own modification of that. Sprites are a really good tool when you're not going to be doing anything that requires a timeline. Say you're dealing purely with graphics, even a couple of graphics. Sprite is awesome. It reduces the amount of memory you use, which makes your Flash application run faster. It's really awesome. And going on, import flash.text, text field, text format, and text field type. Those are going to allow us to modify the text fields and do what we want with them, so to speak. So just have a comment here. I always like to comment saying that whatever it was created by me, and then what the document actually is, like what this file does. This gets really important when you're dealing with multiple Actionscript files, class files in the same project. You want to make sure that you note to yourself what each one does, as well as having a descriptive class name. Main, well, it's going to be our main Actionscript file. It's going to be our only Actionscript class file, so it doesn't need to be too descriptive. Now going on, what we want to do is make our constructor class, and what you need to do that is public class main. This needs to be the same as your the name that you saved this document under. So if you did do main, make sure that it's uppercase MAIN, and then extends sprite. What this does is extends the sprite class, making basically our own customized version of that class. So what we're going to need for this is we're going to need to use a few arrays, basically. Nice little sentence arrays, an array of nouns, verbs, stuff like that. And there's a few reasons for this. We're going to need some text fields to allow users to input text as well as label the text field. So we'll throw a text field next to it first that says what it is, like name, and then next to that there will be an input text field for them to put their name, so on and so forth. We'll also create a text block element that will display the sentence after they've hit submit with their name, their own noun, and the verb that they've chosen, just like Mad Libs. So let's go on to creating the first part of this. You're going to want to create some arrays here first. So create arrays to use in game. Make sure you do good comments, because this will allow you to modify through your code a lot faster. So, and then public variable verbs array equals, these open brackets just specify that it's an array, and we'll go ahead and put some variables in here just for the fun of it. Now when you do this with an array, you want to make sure that your array variables, in this case jumped in ran, are in quotation marks separated by commas. And then to go on to our next one, variable nouns array equals, make sure you're ending everything with a semicolon, and then so nouns, something like monkey and tree. Sample values. So we have our verbs and our nouns that we're going to be using, and one more here, public variable sentence. This one is going to be an array as well, equals, and then make this one equal a new array. And this is because this sentence is going to be generated dynamically. So here we go. Now we're going to create the static text field variables. Public variable name underscore text, which is going to be a text field, equals new text field. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just copy this line and then add it a few more times. Oops. Here we go, and then if you hit Shift Tab, you can bring these back. And then we'll just rename these real quick. So we have name.text for their name. And we'll name, and then now we need noun.text. We'll need verb underscore text and game underscore text, and creating all new text fields. And then now we will need to do a couple more things. Create the input text box variables. Excuse me, mouse is in the way. And we'll also need to retrieve the inputted text for the text fields. Okay, and in the next video I'll go ahead and walk you through building those real quick. Go ahead and stay tuned. In the next video we should be getting through a lot more of this class here.